Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Shadow Wraith, and today I'm going to be taking you a quick guide on how to buy Angmar. Alright, so if you're not in the UK and you don't use Great British prices, take this with a pinch of salt and have a look at your own site. But we're going to go off Games Workshop. Yeah, because why not? Obviously, with all this, you can probably get it cheaper elsewhere if you really try looking hard enough, but that's up to you. I don't mind. All I'm going to say is Games Workshop customer service are absolutely fantastic, and I got a box of Morgul Knights, and one of their spears was broken in the box, and they sent me a whole brand new box of Morgul Knights and didn't ask for the old one back. So yeah, it's up to you. Yeah, I was blown away. Now, Angmar. Angmar are quite a tricky army, okay? We don't know what to get, what not to get, what's awesome, what's not awesome. So I'm going to go and hopefully make a series of this if this video does well, of building around 600 points, okay, per army. So, without further ado, let's jump straight in, okay? The first thing I would suggest you get for a 600 point army is, of course, the Witch King of Angmar here. We've got him for 20 Great British, which is pretty solid, and he's brand new. He's an absolutely gorgeous model. I can't rate him enough. I've got two of these, one for my Black Riders, a Legendary Legion, and one for Angmar, because, oh my goodness, he's just absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I was blown away by this kit. I was actually at Ardacon when they revealed him, so I was very happy. You want one of him, okay? One of him, 100%. Then, the next thing, we're going to move over, and we're going to add some Barrow Wights. Just one box of Barrow Wights. You do not need more than 2 Barrow Wights in your list, ever. Okay, so one for £8.20 is an absolute bargain. It's brilliant. Okay, so there we go. We've got 3 heroes now, potentially 3 heroes. Then the next purchase we're going to make is 100%. We want some Mordor Orcs. Okay, so I'd suggest getting 2 boxes just so you have plenty. But if we're going just 600 points, we're going to stick with 1 box of Mordor Orcs. Okay, so you got 1 box of Mordor Orcs. Check, done. And the good thing about Mordor Orcs is if you want to go cheap, which is absolutely fine, you don't need to buy this. Okay, because it's quite easy to convert a captain out of one of these orcs. Now I'm going to have a quick look at this orc box, and I'm going to pick out a captain, and I'm going to pick out a bannerman for you. So straight away I'm clocking that guy there, if you can see my mouse. So back right, 2-handed weapon. Okay, he'd probably be a perfect bannerman. Absolutely perfect. He looks like he's waving a banner, and all you need is a piece of material, anything. You can even nick a banner off something, cut the axe head off, chuck a banner on top, done. He's done. If you don't want to use your 2-handeds, because 2-handed are useful in Angmar, you can probably get away with... Well, the ones I'd try and get rid of is probably the archers. So it depends how good you are. The archer would be quite easy to cut the bow off here and here, and then stick a banner in his hand, and then make it look like he's raising a shield. Boom, bannerman done. Okay, you get to keep your 2-handed orc, but it costs a bit. It's a bit more work because you need to actually find the pole for the banner, and then the banner head itself. As for a captain, I've used this fella right up front here as a captain before, and all you have to do, he's got a pick, which is perfect for a captain, is put either on his back. You just get anything, so like one of those cocktail sticks that's got a point on it. Okay, put that on his back and glue like some kind of banner on it, or not a big banner so it doesn't look like it's an actual banner model. The other thing you can do is stick a skull on his helmet, so an actual like citadel skull, or try and find a little skull model, or stick a skull on a pole. It's quite easy. Or if you want to be super gruesome and you've got some spare models, cut that elf head off and stick it on that pole on his back and go, this bloke's a captain. You can cut him off and place him on a rock or something to elevate him slightly, just so he looks a bit more important. Paint him up a little bit different than the other orcs. Boom, you've got a captain. Okay, and I think you get what, 30 orcs in here. You get 24 orcs. So yeah, you get 24 orcs. Perfect. Okay, so you've got a captain, you've got a banner, and you've got your Barrow Wight, and you've got a Witch King. Ooh. So yep. Then after we've done that, it's your choice where you go from here. Okay, you can either get Wild Riders or Wild Wargs. Okay, so for 600 points, you know what, I'm going to change my mind. 2 boxes of orcs. We want lots of orcs. Okay, lots of orcs. So there we go, 2 boxes of orcs. One of them you will get the banner and a captain from. The rest you'll just have pure orcs. And then we're going to have 1 box of Dead Marsh Spectres, okay? I try to bring 2 in my lists, or 1 minimum, because they're absolutely phenomenal. There we go. The last thing, and this is optional, you can bring it, otherwise you're going to have to bring something else. So you can bring a cave troll or something instead. I don't like the cave troll that much in an Angmar list, but it's up to you. Like, I'd rather just get Birder at that point. Birder's awesome. I'm just doing it how I prefer it. I don't prefer to have Birder in my list, just because I like playing Angmar in a different way, but Birder is a solid way to go. I've seen them at tournaments, so don't feel like you can't bring Birder. Yeah, and don't worry about the Shaman. Shaman's trash. I wouldn't bring him. If he had Fury, 100% bring him, but I don't need his transfix. Like, I've got the Witch King. I've got Barrel Whites. Leave me alone. I don't need it. So go from that. So 2 boxes of Orcs, Witch King, Barrel White, 1 box of Wargs. That's what we've got so far, and then some Dead Marsh Spectres. Right, you don't need the Ring Wraiths of Angmar yet. Okay, I like the Tainted massively, but you don't need them. No, don't need them yet. The Witch King's much better, because you're going to give him a horse. You're going to give him 3 might, 3 fate, and 15 will, and then the crown. Boom, done. 160 points for him. You can obviously flux him up and down, which is why I love him. You can tailor him to the points level you're playing at. But I tend to have him at 160 points on a horse. So yeah, as I said, that's 3 might, 15 will, and 3 fate with the crown. Right, the last thing I'm going to suggest is I like Shades. Okay, I think Shades are absolutely bonkers and broken. So if you're playing competitive, Shades are not a bad shout at all. There's a lot of ways to deal with Shade. So if you go against 𝐾𝐜𝐸𝐿, you can try to banish a Shade, the Lady of Light and stuff like that. Sure, go ahead. The Shade has got like 8 will anyway. Obviously you want to be using it for combats. But if you get into a matchup and you've got a Shade active and you've got your Orcs all being covered by the Shade, you're probably going to absolutely decimate your opponent, and they're just mere Orcs. Okay, and I'll tell you how in a minute. But obviously, as you can see here, there's no Shade. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop over to Age of Sigmar, if it'll load, and we're going to go over to the Night Haunt. So we're going to go to Death, Night Haunt, scroll down. A load of stuff is out of stock. I think they're having a big restock, so ignore it if it says out of stock. I could have just searched it, but I couldn't be bothered. And we're going to get, boom, a Spirit Host. Now you can find these usually pretty cheap on eBay, but this is if you want a Shade. One of these, and I usually get rid of this big ghost on the top. So that big ghost there. Let's see if we can get him. Yeah, we do. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Very creepy. I tend to just get rid of that top one. He's quite easy to get rid of. As you can see, he's attached to there, so you can put a bit of green stuff to get rid of that gap. And then you just cut his tail about there. And then you've got 2 ghosts. What do the other ones look like? They're all coming out of Guy's eyes. That was not bad at all. Yeah. And that way, you've got a Shade. Boom, done. And there we go. So that is 600 points. Okay, we'll go over this in a sec. But to buy all that brand new off Games Workshop, obviously there's eBay, there's other sites. So if you just want one Spirit Host, yeah, eBay it, Facebook Marketplace, ask a friend. They're pretty easy to find about because people tend to beat them up and chuck them away. Yeah, it is, and I aim for about £100. Okay, £100 off Games Workshop for a full army is pretty solid. All of that will cost £108 in total, and bear in mind it will be a little bit cheaper if you go other places, but you don't have to, because I think £108 for Warhammer, full 600 point army, that can go a bit higher than 600 point. I think you could probably squeeze it to maybe 650, 700. Yeah, probably. I mean, yeah, don't bring 3 Shades. You can definitely do that if you bring 3 Shades. But yeah, that is my opinion on how to buy Angmar. Now, we're going to go over the list. The calculator, just so you can see it. Obviously, I'll probably just use my phone. And first things first is we're going to add a Witch King. So we've got 160 points. He is on horse with 3 will, 5 extra will, 3 might, and 3 fate, okay, on a horse. 160 points. You can go higher or lower if you want, but that's where I tend to keep him at. Then, we're going to go over, and we're going to add our 2 barrel whites, okay? If you don't want 2 barrel whites, add a captain. So we'll just go for it. We'll meet in the middle. We're going to have 1 barrel white, and we're going to have 1 captain. So yeah, 1 captain, which is, he's 40 points, 45 points with a shield, plus 10 for a warg. We're not going to have him on a warg for this one, so we're just going to have 45 points. If you can be bothered to convert an orc captain on a warg, go for it, but then we're going to have to add extra stuff to the basket, and I kind of wanted to keep it around the £100 mark. It is possible to do so. Screw it, I'll show you. Right, so the easiest thing to get a quick and easy orc captain that takes minimal effort is to, let me just pause the recording. So there we go. We're going to go to the Hobbit, Evil, Azog's Hunters, and I'd probably go for, he's not a bad shout. There's an orc captain, you whack a shield on him, but I did use him. I used my orc captain on foot model. I stole his axe and gave it to him, so he's riding around with an axe, and it's quite easy to get a shield. I've got a Warrior the Dead shield on him. It looks kind of orcish anyway. There you go, boom, £25. You got yourself an orc captain. You probably find him cheaper elsewhere, but if you want to go really cheap, just get a wild rider and make him look like a captain. But then £25 either way. Yeah, sure, your choice. Anyway, back to what we were doing. Cool, so we've got an orc captain on foot with a shield. Alright, because the reason I give him a shield is having that captain getting charged by an enemy model, rolling 4 dice for a shield can be a nice little roadblock. A really nice little roadblock. If he's in a fight, he's got a pick, so he can pierce and strike, bringing him up to strength 5, which can be rather tasty, especially if you paralyse a model. Okay, so we've got 1 barrel white, we've got him. Now we're going to add the shade, 100 points, boom, and then we're going to add a banner for 25 points, and then we're going to pay 5 points for the orc who's holding it. I'll give him a shield for now. If I run out of points at 1 point, I'll drop the shield on him, but I like to try and give my banners a shield just so they don't get sniped turn 1. But yeah, there we go. Then we've used 2 of our 24 orcs, okay? So we've only got 22 orcs. So we're going to have plus 60 points, so that's 10 orcs, plus 60 points, that's 20 orcs, plus 6, and another one. There we go. It's 518 points, okay? That's not a bad start. You can then probably, maybe if you want, it's up to you, add a barrel white, and then more orcs. So let's add another barrel white, and then let's add, I don't know, a bunch of orcs. 10 orcs, minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 orcs, so that's an extra 5 orcs. There you go, you can do that. But I'd probably get rid of the barrel white, so minus 50, so 48, and then we're going to go for 2 Dead Marsh Spectres, so we don't have a barrel white at this point. There we go, 178, so that's an additional 5 orcs and 2 Spectres, and then we just fill the rest up with orcs. 1, 2, can we squeeze 3 orcs? Yeah, 3 more orcs. There you go, boom, done. 600 points. Cool, £108, 600 points. Not bad, not bad at all. But cool, let me know in the comment section down below what you think of the list. Do you think I missed anything out? And bear in mind, this is just my interpretation of a quick 600 point list that you can buy off Games Workshop. Try to make it a bit cheaper with some conversions chucked in there, but there are other ways of doing it as well. If you like the video, do hit the like button so I know to make more of these quick buy videos. And if you're feeling especially saintly today and you can see the fell light of Angmar falling upon you and thinking, yes, Shadow Wraith, you're cool, do consider subscribing. But even if you don't do either of those things, I still hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.